What's up, gamers? Do you hear that? That is the sound of a carbine assault rifle, turning the human body into a replica of cheese, or apple slices, or better yet, this. Strat Fat is a 1v1 dueling game where each player dukes it out on various maps. You play 2 matches and whoever wins scores a point, and you both move to the next map. First player to score 6 points wins. Created by 2 brothers who wanted to fight but couldn't because their mother said no mind. So they made this to dispute who gets the controller. Turns out, no one gets the controller. You start up, find a match, and either one of 3 outcomes: the good, the bad, and the disrespect. The good is when you both duke it out, dodging and strafing, but you come out victorious. The bad is when you get curved into the street, and now the gravel has become your teeth. Now eat that crystal. And the disrespect, which can be for later. Before you can even think about actually playing, we need to get some fabulous headwear. As you play, you'll unlock various cosmetics, with the final non-DLC being the greatest thing you can achieve. 30 plus years old, and with enough time, 0 years old. Just be careful when equipping such gear, because you wouldn't want to lose it during a battle. So equip a hat, host a match, and proceed to immediately be annihilated the femtosecond you spawn in, or be consecutively kicked from trying to join multiple lobbies. If you're hosting, you can set the amount of rounds or edit the map playlist. Here you can select which maps you want to blacklist. So if you theoretically always wanted to play under the table, you can. Maps. Every map has a series of set weapons. Some maps throw a dozen or so weapons into your hand, others suggest what weapon you should use, and others have the taser. Maps can have various hazards, the most notable being the worrying amount of times the simple act of taking 4 polygons and removing it to create a hole has proven to be very effective. Some of my favorite maps include the one with the taser, the other one with the taser, and a cowboy showdown. Some maps push for a very certain playstyle to use, so understanding what each gun can do is going to help you, unless it's repulsor, because there's no winning against the repulsor. Guns. There are many guns. Some of those guns are not guns. They're even better. Some of those guns are tasers. Most, however, are standard, automatic, semi-automatics, rockets, and off-field deployments. You can check all the guns in the training ground to get a feel. Currently, there are 25 weapons, DLC not included. There is no reason to ever aim down sight. That is a death sentence. Unless we're talking about this, because being unable to sprint or slide while your opponent can is not a position you want to hold. Enough. We've talked enough. Now gameplay. You have a vast arsenal of movement at your disposal, which is really important because you only have 100 health, and at least a quarter of all weapons will one-shot you. How do you avoid such a fate? You won't, because there's a worse fate for every Strat Fat player: the disrespect. In a fast-paced game like this, death is an accidental headshot away from conveniently cutting your internet. This is some siege level inbreeding. Dying is natural. Being disrespected is worse. Oh hey, nice kill. This specimen has just engaged in the disrespect, and now I must regain my honor by any means possible. And again. And again. And then as he proceeds to attempt a no-scope on me, misses, and then I no-scope him. This is the essence of a masterpiece, or a Wi-Fi stick. And did I forget to mention surround sound proximity, 3D red cable voice chat, and a text box. I'm sure you will only meet the nicest of players, my brother. Because why kill your opponent when you can make your opponent do it themselves? And I must be dying because I'm on absolute fire. How does one get good? Well, do not fret.
but very much fear. I shall teach you the skills to learn, and how to deal with any situation, no matter how extreme. First, you're not a real gamer unless your mic is set to detect your mic. Second, I better never see you walking or running. No, we only slide. Take it from me. If you stop running, they'll start gunning, and you won't be running. Imagine you're 4 years old and your neighbor is Jimmy Savile. If that doesn't activate your flight or fight instinct, I'll assume you're in fright, and so will he. Switching weapons is always faster than reloading them, and don't be concerned about conserving ammo. Guns always respawn. With all these techniques, you're ready to play against people who are mute 95% of the time, or will utter words that you've never even heard of. And they say gaming is too soft. It is. And that's why we're stuck with mentally challenged kids who convince their parents to buy them Siege, a financial decision that, while it will not harm them monetarily wise, it will scar them for decades to come. Because Siege sucks. I wake up every day having spent the night looking at pictures of Dawei's face because people made fun of his game. I shower, brush my teeth, then play Siege. I open the game and I'm greeted to a fun 5-minute puzzle to get Ubisoft's launcher to work. And I finally get the game to load after another 5 minutes of the servers trying to create a lobby for me. I join a match, yearning every day to play a wheelchair-bound operator. How does it work? Why does it work? Can she still fit under a desk? Why is this so unfun? Because I am a serious gamer, and I am seriously retarded. Strat Fat is an amazing game, because every time I ask my friends I need background footage, they die a little inside. But that doesn't matter, because this game is the best price to pitch to a friend. Free. I give this game proximity voice chat out of 10. As assured, the sweatshop never stops production. Subscribble so I can get paid. I know this video is a bit short, but the next one should have a bit more to talk about. You all have a heart of gold that holds no soul, and enjoy your next video.